Welcome everybody to Sim Football Broadcast Network, SFBN. I am your host and commentator, Mad Dad. We're here with episode 2 of our Panthers franchise with the new XP sliders from SGN. Working, on that set. So we are just kind of going through and playing through a season here of the 2024 season as the Panthers. See where it goes. As always, if you aren't already subscribing, a first-time viewer, please hit that subscribe button as I strive for that ultimate goal of 500 so you can monetize. And if you are a new subscriber or already subscribed and haven't done it, please hit the bell icon. That way you'll always be notified when the newest videos are uploaded for your viewing pleasure. And if you haven't done it already, don't forget to smash that like button. It helps tremendously get the videos out there to other people with YouTube's algorithms, and I would appreciate it greatly. All that being said and done, we will get on to the games. We were playing the San Diego Chargers. We'll see how it goes. Enjoy the game, everybody.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and this defense features Shaq Thompson. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the Panthers and the Chargers, and it's Kick It Off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now it's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. He's got room to roam, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Decision time, opening drive here. What would you do?
There is no decision for me. I'm the visitor. I'm on the road. I've moved the ball downfield. I've got momentum. I'm going for it right here. Look at that play sheet. Pick out your best play.
And even if you don't get it, then your defense is going to have a really good situation on the other side.
Exactly. And in fact, though, I'm not even telling my defense to get ready. I'm telling them to get ready to celebrate because we're going to score.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And he's certainly coming off a very tough rookie campaign, but he showed flashes of why he was the #1 overall pick. Now starting over in year 2 with a brand-new coaching staff, I expect Bryce Young to show the world his talents in full.
And that's complete to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here is Young. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air once more, Young. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Right there in coverage, Xavier Woods. Here's 2nd and 10. When you look at this defense, they currently sit at #4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only Week 1, but the results are pretty good so far.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and 19. Here's Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's got room. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this one is right through. And that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 6 catches, 62 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Set, ready. Ready?
Now Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The Panthers about ready to take over. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Following the interception, Young got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Young will set to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Again, it's Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Big Derek Brown making the stop. 2nd and 9.
Herbert now. Dumps it off to Edwards. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. Herbert got a man, and he hits him in stride. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They'll try to throw now. Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Ready. Set.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Returnable here for Davis. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the gun, they go to Edwards.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Fights off the defender and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Out of the gun, it's Young. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. To throw, Young. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And really burst onto the scene in his last year at South Carolina. Second in the SEC in receiving yards with 1,255. But you see the style. Explosive, physical. Tough matchup for any corner.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll throw again. Young. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Young working out of the gun. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen from 6 yards away. And the Panthers
Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Palmer going in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's got space past the 25, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Young to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 33-yard line.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start in the NFC with an intriguing one at AT&T Stadium. New Orleans paying a visit to Dallas, and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. C.D. Lamb with a touchdown catch from Dak Prescott. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. We saw a strong first half out of the Alabama man and former #1 selection, Bryce Young. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Being chased out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Opposite. Green. Black swap.
Now Young running the option left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Young to throw it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Young now. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
It'll be Young again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. A give running right. It's Hubbard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they... And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Short throw to Disley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Short throw underneath to Hurst. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. On the handoff, Edwards taken down at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Again, it's Edwards. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run the toss here, Edwards. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from the 20. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
It's second and
Here we go, set.
at the 41-yard line.
Set, go.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Third down and 2.
Ready. Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers offense and Gus Edwards heading onto the field. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D.J. Johnson, the one who got there for the sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D.J. Johnson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fights through him. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Herbert. That's to one of the new Charger wideouts, DJ Chark. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From just shy of midfield, Herbert checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And now another one thrown incomplete. Jordan Fuller, the one there in coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Following the interception, Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Now Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs.
Previous play is under
I think they're
review.
going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Herbert now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Now 3rd down and 7. Herbert back to the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. It's Young off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's complete to Palmer. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Herbert has it knocked free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Straight ahead with Hubbard. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half,
Well,
that
was
offense
pretty
kind of
good
kicked
game,
things
man.
into
See
another
what the
gear,
stats say
and they
here.
were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a victory.
25 and 48.
So for the Panthers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop to 0-2. And
Yeah, we don't need to listen to all that. See what we got for upgrades, and that wasn't a bad game. Kind of different. Nothing, no upgrades. Alrighty. Move on to the next week. Alright, thanks for tuning in, and like always, if you haven't done it already, please hit that subscribe button if you aren't already, and don't forget to hit the bell icon if you haven't done so yet, so you're always notified when the videos are, and smash the like button so the video gets shared with as many people as possible in YouTube. Appreciate all your support. Until next time, peace out.